Hello everyone and now welcome to a 1v1 matchup between Hitman playing under the name Ethereal going up against LiiLD.C. We have Hitman spawning as the purple orc over here on what I will call, well, the top right hand side of the map, since there are only two spawning locations here on Autumn Leaves. Meanwhile, on the bottom left we have LiiLD.C spawning as the yellow Night Elf. Night Elf versus Orc in a 1v1 matchup. Keeper of the Grove, Farseer, Harassment, all sorts of different openings and strategies to, well, try and test out. And we'll see whether or not Hitman goes for his. Well, he's been going Blade Master first pretty consistently, but has been going for Archers or Farseer as well to get level, well, to get higher level Spirit Wolves and have them put on pressure and damage too. All of this is going to be, well, entertaining to say the least as the game is now getting underway. All right, what is the hero choice going to be? And it is going to be a Blade Master going up against a Keeper of the Grove. No big surprises there. Tunatic, thank you for tuning in. And hello, everyone. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. However, wherever you are, however you got here to watch my video, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys are entertained. And, well, let's just watch this video together as well, give you the play-by-play. Got owned by a Blade Master today. Yeah, Blade Master has long been the bane of intelligence-based heroes, being able to burst down low hit point, low armor heroes relatively quickly, while being always able to get away safely until it has a little bit of additional help. Hope all is good. I hope all is good too. Um, times are tough, let's just say that. Let's go ahead and break things down here. Forest Troll Berserker gonna get taken down here. Keeper of the Grove grabbing a couple of trance here, not really necessary. The could have done better to just save a little bit of mana, especially when you're going up against a creep camp that has a Forest Troll Trapper. Unless these treants are migrating over to the next creep camp that he's going to be using, no real reason to go for that. And I believe that is actually going to be the case here, as there is a peon trying to now escape back. Meanwhile, Blade Master off to the north, going after this Frostwolf. Frostwolf will get taken down. Blade Master heading back. Gonna go to the Voodoo Lounge, pick up a healing salve, use that quickly, and now make his way out and about as well. Scroll of Town Portal was sold, quickly taking down that Wisp as we're seeing the Ancient of War rooting off over here. Keeper of the Grove has brought over some of those treants. How much damage are they really going to be able to do here? Well, I guess a little bit, absorbing quite a bit of damage as well, as the Keeper of the Grove will get to level 2. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, Forest Troll Berserker will end up getting taken down. Blade Master now sitting at level 2, going to go after this Forest Troll Trapper. And, well, Hitman really playing on the edge of a sword once more. Blade Master down to 30 hit points on his down to 30 hit points, as we're looking at the Grunt of now absorbing quite a bit of damage. Blade Master trying to be very careful to make sure that Sasquatch does not turn around and realize that there is a stronger knife or a stronger sword hitting them in the back. And we're going to be looking at the Blade Master now losing that heal. That was a critical heal being lost right there. Keeper of the Grove, even though it is at full hit points, does not want to try to go up against the Blade Master. Blade Master really dishing out a little bit more damage. What is going on here? The Keeper of the Grove could actually get large amounts of damage off on that Blade Master there. The auto attacks, the additional hit points, even an Entangle would work to try and finish things off a bit more. Cloak of Shadows, Tome of Strength +2 being left behind there. Keeper of the Grove aggroing the creeps and now retreating back. Back over here to the top right, Blade Master of Hitman getting healed back up. And while LiiLD.C being very aggressive, creeping out his opponent's creep camp here, and Hitman's going to quickly spot this and, well, steal it back. Let's take a look. Keeper of the Grove is not going to get the experience. No, does not get it. Cloak of Shadows goes here as the Blade Master now with Scroll of Speed going after the Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove, one more shot would have been taken down. Blade Master, however, unable to finish off any of those archers, does get a Windwalk strike on that archer right there. All right, Scroll of Town Portal burned, also able to pick up the item and finish off an archer. A very aggressive play punished by Hitman. LiiLD.C now a little bit behind. Well, Haimida, if you know there's a Blade Master nearby, if you don't do any creeping, or well, you should still do creeping. You just shouldn't creep close to your opponent, especially if you know that that Blade Master was low on hit points and would have to go back to its base in order to recharge and get refreshed. So that was the problem there. LiiLD.C could have crept down here, could have crept in a different location to get a little bit more experience. He was aggressive and ended up having to burn a scroll of town portal, losing that archer. And now, well, Hitman is just going to come across inside here and now continue this pressure, pushing down these Ancient of Lores. Ancient of Lore trying to be trained up will easily get shut down here. Another Ancient of Lore being built behind. Blade Master still trying to rack up that damage. There is, well, an entangle there as the Blade Master looking to finish off. Yes, gets off another hit there once again. Blade Master down to 420 hit points, going to head back off to the north. Demon Hunter out onto the battlefield as well. He's going to be picking up the Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. And now, with the Blade Master the Demon Hunter nearby, the Blade Master has to be extremely careful of Mana Burn. Mana Burn could prevent a Windwalk, and then, well, without Windwalk, he has no other escape mechanism at all. But Hitman continuing to punish his opponent, keeping him essentially at tier 1, but albeit with 2 heroes. Gonna pick up a Cloak of Shadows, at least sell it for a bit of gold. Meanwhile, the army is coming in here. This is a large army of archers, Keeper of the Grove, and Demon Hunter. Shadow Hunter doesn't have that much. Does he have Hex yet? No, he has Serpent Wards. And he could perhaps start placing down those Serpent Wards as a little bit of defense here. Grunts are in the back. One poor Grunt getting entangled and, well, taking quite a beating. All right, Burrow trying to be repaired here. Grunt's going to try and engage. There's more repairs as well, as there is no fortified armor as of yet. Going up against mass archers, I would have thought Hitman would have, well, quickly gotten that fortified armor, preventing that bonus, or much of that damage here, as one Orc Burrow now taken down. There goes another entangle here as well. Blade Master still nowhere to be seen in this fight, as the P Hunter is now starting to join in as well. There goes another Grunt there. Blade Master shows up to the party. Is he going to try and finish off any particular unit? Now going after an archer. Blade Master does have level 2 Windwalk, should be able to catch up to a couple of archers if necessary, getting in a 102 critical strike. And now all of a sudden, his eyes are set on the prize to try and take down that archer there. There's another bit of damage. There goes another archer as well. One lucky critical strike, or on the high end, really racked up that damage again, as a third archer could get taken down. Blade Master going to simply Windwalk through, get a little bit in front of that archer, turn around, and then take it down, burst it down there. All right, damage has added up quite high, but now Hitman, well, out of gas, as his opponent is sitting next to those Moonwells, those archers. If they do end up getting taken down, that is a problem for, well, yeah, LiiLD.C running around with that archer, and still with Moonwells getting it taken out. Demon Hunter sitting at level 1, very low on hit points, trying to do a little bit of creeping as well, bursting away. That BM is dealing some serious damage. That Blade Master, with claws of attack and double circlets of nobility, really high on damage. Even though it's only +9, he seems to be attacking and getting critical strikes at a fairly consistent rate, as we should be looking at perhaps him trying to take down the Sasquatch here. Is he going to take down the Sasquatch? No. Oh, well, nope, he could be going after the Sasquatch. Sasquatch is 51 hit points, easy bit of experience, but he doesn't want, he's going to go straight. Demon Hunter ends up getting the Blade Master, gets that final shot there, and now trying to retreat back. Item also picked up by the Blade Master. It is an Ankh of Reincarnation, level 2, however, tips to the Demon Hunter, as the Shadow Hunter is getting closer and halfway to level 3. Shadow Hunter out on the battlefield, plenty of items. Purple Orc, a lot of Grunts and Shaman out on the battlefield to try and purge down those treants and also those entangles, as we're looking at a 37 supply army going up against 42. Even battle overall through the ages right now. Stronghold gonna try and train or upgrade to Fortress. Still no War Mill or fortified reinforced defenses. I take it back, just now getting started, as we are going into a bestiary as well. We could be looking at a Tauren Chieftain, access to Tiny Great Hall, as well, Hitman really changing up his playstyle a little bit here. from what I can tell. Blade Master now going to try and engage here, perhaps try and take down some of these other units, but he knows with an army as large as it is nearby, this could be problematic, especially with the Demon Hunter and that mana burn shutting down any escape for that Blade Master, as the Blade Master would need 175 mana in order to take a mana burn and still be able to win walk and get away. All right, we're going to go into an engagement here, trying to finish off a couple of these Murlocs. Trolls are getting taken down. Who's going to get the experience? And it looks like LiiLD.C returning the favor and winning out in this creep jack right here. There's a purge to try and break down, and now a great wall of serpent wards here, trying to prevent any easy chasing. Keeper of the Grove, Demon Hunter, level 4, level 3, going up against Hitman's level 3, level 2, LiiLD.C, and rebounding from that earlier aggressive play, and now has, I would say, taken a slight lead. Keeper of the Grove making its way back off to the north here. What is this? LiiLD.C has the supply advantage. He has the hero level advantage. Does he have the tech advantage? No, he does not. Tree of Ages compared to Fortress, as we are looking at Kodo Beast joining out onto the battlefield here. Kodo Beast could be popping on out. Kodo Beast does pop on out, and that is going to be offered to the Night Elf gods right there. Quickly poked down, representing a large amount of damage, just turning into a pincushion for those Dryads. More pressure still coming back on through. 37 supply compared to 48. LiiLD.C having an absolute blast of a time fighting inside the orc base here. However, there is one watchtower coming in with a bit of poke damage, so to speak, against those Dryads. Blade Master nearby with plenty of survivability items, even adding in a talisman of evasion for even more durability there. Where are the units going to perhaps try and engage to next? There goes an entangle onto a grunt. No shaman for the purge, but we should be looking at bloodlust here in just a second, as a Kodo Beast will be trying to back up here. All right, is the Kodo Beast going to get offered up once more? Are we going to see an entangle, as there's a mana burn right there, windwalk? Are we going to see the Kodo Beast be able to escape? Yes, we are. Blade Master gets up to level 4, level 2 critical strike now ready and online, as the units are getting ready to engage. Demon Hunter, Blade Master, Kodo Beast trying to engage here. A large number of tree ants coming in from the forest, from behind those Dryads. Not quite sure the positioning there, as the Blade Master and all those units are continuing to fight through. Shadow Hunter coming in with the healing wave, potion of healing on the Demon Hunter. Both sides are still fighting. Potion of invulnerability ready to be used in case the times get tough, as the Shadow Hunter gets up to level 3. Blade Master down to 54 hit points, down to 40 hit points, 33, and is still, well, being now using that Ankh of Reincarnation. All right, Ankh of Reincarnation used right there. Healing Salve should be used on that Blade Master. Clarity Potion would be useful as well. 43 supply compared to 50. Hitman able to take down a handful of units there, trying to even up the overall level advantage, as the Blade Master, well, coming straight after that Demon Hunter. Orb of Purge onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now trying to retreat back. Blade Master now with Bloodlust. So Bloodlusted grunts and bloodlusted units that get even more damage through faster attack speed, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter trying to retreat back here. Low hit point Dryad, Demon Hunter, all able to escape. Tactical strike by LiiLD.C, now returning with hit and run tactics against the orcs. The orcs' normal strategy. Hitman's normal. Actually, no, Hitman doesn't do a lot of hit and runs with orc. Generally, just tries to commit and really put in a lot of pressure. He tries to trade very heavily and tries to get efficient trades. That seems to be the style of play that I often see from Hitman, as we're looking at, well, things getting cleaned up off over here. All right, we are now 14 minutes into this game. Still no clear sign of a victor as of yet. Autumn Leaves, known for a map where if you take expansions early on, well, you end up getting a lot more aggressive and having a lot more attacks here, based upon the positioning of these expansions. One Kodo Beast still digesting a Dryad. That is gonna, well, tip things a little bit in Hitman's favor, as the units are now trying to retreat back. Oh, low hit point Kodo Beast is going to be able to retreat back. There's also a Demolisher joining in on the battle. This could greatly change things, as the Demolisher should turn back around and just lob an attack against those Dryads, make some damage, stick, and punish for those hit and run tactics of these prancing Dryads in the back. Coming back around, though, are we going to get some repairs? No. Demolisher still being okay. Blade Master looking to retreat back again, suffering a bit of damage as, well, it often feels like the Voodoo Lounge is the most important building in an orc base, as so many items are often purchased: clarity potions, healing salves, potions of mana, potions of healing, scrolls of speed. All of that pretty much a necessity for orc players. Coming back through, we are looking at a granite golem alongside a couple of dire frost wolves. This is going to get cleaned up nicely. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4 does have an orb of venom. Demon Hunter does not have an orb of venom as of yet, and so not doubly applying that, well, damage over time effect. All right, Dire Frost Wolf going to get taken down. Keeper of the Grove will stay at level 3 or level 4. Demon Hunter should get very close to level 4. Yeah, getting to level 4 right there. And now picking up a Hood of Cunning. All right, both sides clearing out the red creep camps, albeit Hitman a bit more delayed here as he's going straight after the dire frost wolves, leaving the granite golems back. An interesting strategy there, as the granite golem now, well, beating up on that shadow hunter. Meanwhile, the blade master going after that wolf. They're going to finish him off, no problems as well. Granite golem about to get taken down. Shaman's just standing around going, what do you want me to do? I can't really do anything. But that is a clause of attack plus 12. If Hitman was looking for an item to get back into this game, he found it in a clause of attack plus 12 on a Blade Master who is almost level 5, giving level 3 critical strike. Brad Pitlord, hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope you are enjoying the stream. And, well, let's continue to push on through here. Blade Master, perhaps when realizing, you know what, this is a horrible spot to be in, gonna go ahead and quickly head back out. The Serpent Wards could finish off the Kobold Geomancer, perhaps even get that last bit of experience. One more shot. Oh, nope, not gonna do that there. Demon Hunter getting the experience instead, leaving behind a Tome of Intelligence, because that's what players do sometimes. All right, interesting call here. All right, 2,300 gold going up against 3,400 gold. I don't know if Hitman realizes that his main base only has 4 workers instead of 5. He is now mining at a lower capacity, so maybe he is just budgeting himself, trying to use 20% less gold, and still not have to take the expansion nearly as early. He'll get an additional 2 to 3 minutes of mining out of his gold mine just because he isn't at full saturation. I don't know, is this double level genius play to mine at 4/5, and knowing that the peons really are only a split second difference right there. It's actually quite close. 3,100 gold compared to 1,800 gold. I don't know how long it's been, but to only see a 1,200 gold, 1,300 gold difference is it quite a telling sign. Perhaps that's the reason why Hitman has so much more lumber than his opponent, or it could be that, orc players generally have to buy a large amount of items which don't cost any lumber at all. Triple demolishers alongside 1 Kodo beast and a large amount of shaman. All right, this is a strange up fight. He's trying to do the 4 peon mining thing, but forgot to call the 1 peon afterwards. Maybe, I don't know. It would be a little bit hilarious if he trained up a Tauren chieftain. Oh nope, he moved it back up to 5. All right, coming back across here. Demolisher is going to try and engage here. Demolisher is going to be able to drop down, and look at that damage sitting on all of those dryads. However, Demolisher number 1 already taken down. Blade Master now gets up to level 5 as we see a scroll of healing being used alongside the backside here. All right, Demolisher number 2 is about to get taken down. So much pressure. Goblin Tinker joining in on the battle for Hitman as the last Demolisher needed to try and put in a lot of pressure across all of these dryads here. 48 supply compared to LiiLD's 76. This looks like an uphill battle for Hitman as he's continuing to focus down all of these units. No Staff of Preservation saving that Mountain Giant at all, as we're looking at the Demon Hunter continuing to battle things through here. 45 supply compared to 57. A sudden drop-off in terms of supply as the Demon Hunter goes back after that Blade Master. Blade Master going to finish off another Dryad here, still fighting quite hard as we're looking at a potion of invulnerability used to shake off an entangle. Blade Master now with 212 critical strike, some very high level critical strikes indeed. as the Blade Master is continuing to slice and dice his way through. Going to finish off another Dryad there. Another Purge onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does have a potion of healing, but a 280 critical strike quickly negating that right there. Blade Master now trying to retreat back. There goes an Entangle. There's a Purge as the Blade Master down to 64 hit points and somehow survives. Healing Salve going to quickly be used on that Blade Master. If he can buy the necessary items, he's going to go ahead and try and buy a Kodo Beast. Ends up, well, getting taken down as the Watchtower able to poke back the other way. Blade Master is getting healed up. Treants trying to finish off that one Serpent Ward. A couple of easy purges once more. The Goblin Tinker fell at level 1, almost at level 2. Demon Hunter sitting at 4.8, just like that Shadow Hunter. Meanwhile, the Blade Master is sitting at 5.5, getting healed up slowly but surely. Coming down onto the bottom left-hand side of the map, LiiLD.C should be done mining here in just a moment and may uproot. Yep, gonna be getting that Nature's Blessing and then making its way off to the north. It does take a little bit of time to get that Nature's Blessing, but it does decrease the amount of time it takes to walk this Tree of Eternity off to the north. Now, Staff of Preservation. I am surprised to see that LiiLD.C does not have a single Staff of Preservation here. No Staff of Preservation to well, refresh and recharge, rejuvenate an enemy friendly heroes and friendly units, as the Keeper of the Globe lands an Entangle on the Blade Master. Blade Master now being forced to try and retreat all the way back home after suffering a little bit of damage. Or another Healing Salve right there, that plus 28 damage on that Blade Master. Level 3 critical strike damage is going to be quite high if he can, well, connect and land those attacks. Tree of Eternity now done. Now done. Upgrading should be, well, making its way back off to the north here. Meanwhile, Orc still mining a little bit right now, a little bit of a blessing in disguise, so to speak, as he is still able to mine, but I'm sure he'd rather have the gold in the bank ready to spend than having it get stuck in the gold mine altogether. All right, Wisp gonna get taken down. Tiny Great Hall getting established here. We're gonna be looking at a battle here. Dryads, Mountain Giants, 49 supply compared to 53. What is going down in this battle? Mountain Giants with 1/1 upgrades. Orc not showing any upgrades whatsoever, as peons are being brought over. Perhaps they are gonna be on auto repair as well, as we don't see any real signs of healing coming in from Hitman. No Troll Witch Doctors at all. Mountain Giants with those giant trees, 250 melee damage, or 250 range melee damage, which I believe is just as far as a Spellbreaker, as the battle now raging on here. All right, Treants, level 2 now on the Goblin Tinker. We're going to be seeing that upgrade there. Blade Master trying to survive as Healing Wave is bouncing around once more. All right, Mana Burn going down onto that Goblin Tinker. Goblin Tinker not going to be able to place down a new Pocket Factory anytime soon, but triple Demolishers once more, coupled with the Kodo Beast's improved War Drums. 20% damage bonus indeed. Dryads, Mountain Giants now, well, looking to work together here. No sign of Tauren. Either way, Voodoo Lounge now being placed down. As you can see, wow, how quickly 3 Demolishers can take down a single Dryad. So far, Mountain Giants going to be making their way through. Demolishers is a good strat, but Orc needs tank units. The tank units seem, well, right now the tank unit is actually the Goblin Tinker. The Goblin Tinker is trying to use the Pocket Factory as a bit of additional range and zoning. And once you're forced to try and engage in tight areas, especially with a Goblin Tinker as well, and that Pocket Factory, it makes it rather difficult. Also, those Clockwork Goblins, if they are ignored, do die and do explosive or do damage as well, if you're too close. So all of that damage just tends to add up very, very fast. We are looking at a Demon Hunter now sitting very close to level 5. Reveal. I'm trying to keep track to see if any Blade Masters are nearby. No Burrow here, so a bit of a surprise, as Hitman is going to end up taking quite a bit of pressure on his peons. Units now trying to retreat back away, going to turn back around. That is That is a lot of demolishers. I am quite surprised by the sheer number of demolishers that Hitman is going for right now. With up to 5 demolishers, well, damage is going to be raining down on those dryads. Entangling of the gold mound now finally completed. Took some time for the Tree of Eternity to walk on over there and then finish entangling that gold mine for 1 minute. Meanwhile, this gold mine here has actually mined out a bit more. Well, let me see. Let's take a look. Yep. The expansion for Orc has actually been mining longer than the expansion for Night Elf, giving a slight gold advantage to Hitman overall. Coming back through 68 supply compared to 48. LiiLD looking to stay in low or no upkeep, trying to bank a good amount of gold. Meanwhile, Hitman sitting close to 70 supply here, should be ready for a push. We're 25 minutes into this game and still haven't reached any tipping points where one can close out the game just quite yet. Blademaster going to perhaps, well, take down that Wisp and now win or simply walk away once more. Demon Hunter, Keeper of the Grove, well, could offer quite a bit of problems as well. And we still don't see any pressure coming in from LiiLD.C. Perhaps LiiLD.C recognizes the situation, recognizes that his opponent, Hitman, has, well, a larger army, and he doesn't want to attack into him. He knows that by the game going a little bit longer here, he's actually recovering 3 gold a second, and soon will be able to catch up in that overall supply lead as long as he continues to bank. Meanwhile, Hitman is just taking this opportunity. What is he spending his gold on? He's still sitting at 68 supply. Items on the Blademaster, perhaps. Yeah, Potion of Invulnerability and also Staff of Teleportation. We are also looking at bloodlusted Taurens out onto the battlefield as well, as the Tauren totem is now out here. So we're going to have bloodlusted Tauren, perhaps with their pulverize, dealing terrible damage to those units. Coming back through, Blademaster making its way back down here. Blademaster looking to see if they can spot anything. We are looking at fairy dragons getting added in once more. Infrastructure getting in the Ancient of Wind. Fairy dragons to try and mana flare out those shaman who have who are going to give a large amount of damage boost due to the attack speed. Dryads also abolish magic that may end up becoming on autocast to try and deal with all of those bloodlusted units. The next battle is going to be, well, you're going to hear a whole bunch of bloodlust. You're going to hear a whole bunch of abolished magic. You're going to hear damage just being dealt across the board as the Blademaster sits at 925 with plus 19 damage. No Orb of Lightning on this Blademaster, which is a bit interesting here as the Blademaster now looks to retreat back. All right. Blademaster, Windwalk. Whenever he Windwalks, he turns into... Oh, there is another Staff of Teleportation trying to get away, taking quite a bit of damage. Gonna go ahead and teleport back. He becomes a little bit opaque, and you can kind of see through him even in his portrait. I looked up opaque in the dictionary. Its definition wasn't very clear. Demon Hunter now making its way back off to the north here. Dryads, Mountain Giants, getting ready to engage. Gonna try and take down this Altar of Storms. Meanwhile, Demolisher, well, getting in a little bit of friendly damage as well. As we're looking still, the Altar of Storms getting ready to engage here. All right, Demolishers, Shamans, all getting ready to fight. Blademaster gonna engage as the fairy dragons trying to push that in. I'm glad someone enjoyed that joke. It was a little bit slow. You got to admit, it was a little bit slow right there. Fairy dragons now up overhead, causing lots of problems. And there is the accidental zoom in. Fight now nearly impossible to spot. Fairy dragons, however, Bat Riders are already in position to try and take down those units. Demon Hunter now gets up to level 5. Level 3 Mana Bird perhaps now on the table. The Demolisher is trying to rain down damage across here, as it is just so difficult to see across all of this here. Blademaster now dealing with a Potion of Invulnerability. Demon Hunter as the fights are going through. Kodo Beast trying to retreat back away. He's going to be able to shake off, get a Scroll of Speed, and now back away once again. Meanwhile, Mountain Giants are fighting here. Taurens need to be engaging One Tauren finally starting to start attacking back as we're looking at Ancestral Recall, trying to recover some of those units. All right, Demon Hunter continuing to slice down more units. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Grove fighting off over here as well. There are no peons repairing the demolishers, but the demolishers are raining down damage. Demon Hunter down to 82 hit points. Dry gets taken down. Goblin Tinker now up to level 3. 47 supply compared to 57 as Treants are getting taken down. Blade Master sitting at level 6, going to perhaps try and chase after some units. We are looking at the Blade Master, not enough mana for Windwalk, but the Taurens with Bloodlust chasing after a Mountain Giant. However, the Mountain Giant able to back away. 59 supply compared to 45. Demolishers continuing to engage here. Keeper of the Grove trying to back away down to 150 hit points. Blade Master, well, Blade Master looking very strong right now. 653 going up against a level 5. LiiLD.C seems to have lost a bit of the advantage that he was able to take here. Now back into low up or no upkeep. He is only on 6 wisps right now, hence the low number of the low amount of lumber that he has to try and train up any additional units. Blade Master doing a bit of extra scouting, making sure there is no expansion here, as well as the main gold or the main expansion gold mines that they're mining from still have about 12 minutes of mining left. 12 minutes of mining to go. Mountain Giants, they look like they are ready once more for more action. Demon Hunter, well, the next fight is going to be absolutely critical. If the Keeper of the Grove can get to level 6, that is going to change things dramatically. Meanwhile, the Blade Master trying to engage here. Where are the units going? There goes the Voodoo Lounge, absolutely important building. Blade Master now trying to dive on into this position. Pocket Factory, Windwalk Strike, critical strikes, 280, 276, 70. Damage just simply through the roof, trying to go after these units as Pulverize now pounding onto these Mountain Giants. Mountain Giants no longer having that long club, no longer having that little bit of additional range damage as the Demolishers are looking to push on in through once more. All right, mana burn onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter losing 150 mana. Demon Hunter, well, Demon Hunter now trying to retreat back here as the Blade Master was looking to take down a Mountain Giant, even got a 300 critical strike, but unable to finish things off. Finally gets the Windwalk strike, and now going after some Dryads as well. There's a mana burn followed by an Entangle. Blade Master getting stuck in the mud there as the chase and the race continues on. Keeper of the Grove down to, or still at 5.8, gets up to 5.9, getting very close now to level 6. 3 experience shy. Tranquility could change things drastically throughout the matchup here as we're looking at a quick entangle onto that Blade Master. However, it looks as though another Mountain Giant will end up getting taken down. All right. I thought there were Spirit Walkers out on the battlefield. I take it back. There are no Spirit Walkers, so there is no resurrection of those Taurens. I'm not quite sure what animation that I saw. Well, a Goblin Shredder actually getting taken out in transit. So the Goblin Shredder will not be able to rejoin in. LiiLD.C actually a little bit more hurt there as the Treants are now going to try and put pressure onto the expansion. Here comes a Staff of Teleportation. Blade Master quickly making its way over to try and save this expansion and save the peons from near certain death. One of those peon deaths did give level 6 to the Keeper of the Grove, who now has access to Tranquility. All right. The Keeper of the Grove now making its way back off to the north. Ethereal US player is Hitman. All right, best orc player NA as the Demon Hunter now makes its way back off to the north here. Hitman gonna try and engage here. Blade Master continuing to retreat back. Level 5 on the Demon Hunter, getting to level 6 on the Demon Hunter could be the next important step as well, as that would give metamorphosis to the Demon Hunter. That ranged chaos poison damage does become rather problematic. Mountain Giants continuing to fight. Well, here comes Big Bad Voodoo. Big Bad Voodoo being used here to try and protect, as the Keeper of the Grove did have enough for an entangle but did not use it. All right, Shadow Hunter stops the Big Bad Voodoo here as we're looking at the Kodo Beast, Shamans, the front line, a couple of Tauren trying to absorb quite a bit of damage. Dryad now continuing to poke as well as the Demon Hunter continuing this fight. It looks as though Tauren could end up getting taken down here in just a second. Meanwhile, the Demon Hunter trying to retreat back. Low hit point Tauren is going to go ahead and retreat back, as well as the Blade Master going straight after that Demon Hunter. More damage coming on through. Shadow Hunter, Taurens continuing to put this pressure. Treants are now joining in as the Demon Hunter, well, pops Blade Master now trying to retreat back. Demolisher's raining down that damage from far. Really needs to be hitting that Dryad to get that damage bonus there, as there is Tranquility. However, you're going to be leaving your Keeper of the Grove behind right there. LiiLD.C is actually up against the ropes. This could be the beginning of the end, as the Blade Master trying to chase down this Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to 109 hit points. Slow Dryad poison just enough, followed by an Abolish Magic. Beautiful micro there to try and save this Demon Hunter who is so close to death. Blade Master running straight up in front and now going to get in position. Staff of Teleportation. What is going on right there? Going to try and finish things off. There goes the Entangle, as the Demon Hunter ends up surviving that additional armor, proving to be extremely helpful. All right, Demon Hunter. Yeah, Demon Hunter does not. If Demon Hunter gets to level 6, that's not going to be the reason why LiiLD.C is going to win. If in order for LiiLD.C to get to win, he needs to get the Demon Hunter to 6, which would mean that a number of units on Ethereal side also fell as well. It's not because the Demon Hunter gets to level 6 that LiiLD.C would win. It's because the Demon Hunter could get to level 6 that LiiLD.C could win. It's one of those cause and effect things. Is it because the Demon Hunter's metamorphosis is so powerful that that it caused LiiLD.C to win, or is it because he could gain enough experience to get there by killing off enough of his opponent's units? That would be the question. Now, looking at the supply count, 68 supply compared to 74. Army sizes rather comparable right now, 65 compared to 56. Yes, Hitman does have a slight advantage, especially with 2 ultimate level abilities, but the Blade Master has yet to get down a Blade Storm. Keeper of the Grove now looking to, perhaps try to push on in somewhere here. Goblin Tinker is back out onto the battlefield. 3 heroes once more. Level 2 Pocket Factory. Troll Bat Riders are in the air to try and perhaps, shut down the Fairy Dragons and all of that Mana Flare. The Mana Flare shutting down, Bloodlust would be absolutely key as well. Scrolls of Healing Salves being used across multiple Torrents here. And, this fight looks like this battle should be coming to an end here. Hitman having only 6 more minutes of mining over here as well. Tree returning sitting at 71 over 80 supply as we're getting ready to engage. All right, in comes the battle. What is going on? Demolishers lobbing a couple of attacks over, and again, Torrens trying to get into position. Let's push on through and get into this situation, trying to hold onto the expansion now. Torrens going to get into here as well. Demolishers getting ready. Troll, Bat Riders, Shamans, all of this pushing on through as the Fairy Dragons now trying to retreat back away. Blade Master going to try and come in from behind. Keeper of the Grove heading over to the Goblin Merchant Shop, and both sides just wanting to make sure that they're not the ones to make a critical mistake, forcing the loss. A new hero is not viable now, just because their hit points would just be far too low. As a 5 supply, you want to use it for Dryads or Mountain Giants going in that direction. In comes the battle. 74 supply compared to 74 supply. Blade Master does get off a Blade Storm, now getting counteracted by Tranquility. Which one will last longer? Big Bad Voodoo right there. So Tranquility getting countered by Big Bad Voodoo, as the Entangle is not going to be thrown down either. All right, more damage adding up. 72 supply compared to 74. Both sides really dishing out that damage on top of each other as well. Who's going to come out ahead? So far, the experience and units are not really falling on either side just quite yet. Blade Master should be able to get up to level 7 here in just a moment, but another level, or another critical strike level, windwalk level, it wouldn't be that helpful. So far, 68 supply compared to 59. Hitman taking quite a bit of damage, as the Demon Hunter is getting, that much closer to level 6, a little bit more than 5.5, as the Demon Hunter able to mana burn off more and more. Fairy Dragons now starting to poke down some additional units. Torrens are trying to, finish off fights back across over here, as there's plenty of Mountain Giants low on hit points who should be able to get cleaned up. Blade Master now trying to retreat back down. We're looking at an Entangle onto the Blade Master. Blade Master still getting stuck right there, as we're still looking at a massive retreat. 55 supply compared to 68. Another Tranquility being used, as that Mountain Giant retreating back just in time. He needs to get closer to actually get the benefit of that heal. And wow, what a beautiful use of Tranquility once more, as LiiLD.C takes the supply lead. 71 supply compared to 53. Demon Hunter going to be able to finish off one of those Tauren, getting close to level 6. And is this going to happen? Is the Demon Hunter going to get to level 6 and access Metamorphosis, thereby changing the pacing of that game? Of this game. Mountain Giants now looking to retreat back. Keeper of the Groves Tranquility has been keeping LiiLD.C in this fight for very long, as the Demon Hunter now looks to try and get experience from the peons. All right, more fighting getting underway. More taunts coming back across over here. Keeper of the Grove making sure that, well, it has another Tranquility lined up ready and ready to go here in just a second, as the Demon Hunter does get to level 6. Demon Hunter is at 6 here. Mana Fairy Dragons are here. Demon Hunter having a new outlook on life, ready to put down the pressure as the Hitman's Great Hall is about to get shut down. Level 7 now on the Blade Master. Demon Hunter going to go ahead and go into Metamorphosis now, as the Keeper of the Grove does have access to Tranquility. Should be popping it here in just a moment, as it is going to be forcing a fight here as well. Perhaps trying to heal back up. Demolisher is going to try and destroy the Mountain Giants. And the level 6 Metamorphosis Demon Hunter takes down the expansion. Coming back around the other side, that range damage entangle onto that Goblin Tinker. It gets taken down. Trying to Tranquility. Keeper of the Grove could get taken down to 50 hit points, down to 40. It gets taken down. Level 6 Keeper of the Grove now taken down. 73 supply compared to 36, but it may be too little too late, as the Demon Hunter, with that range damage still adding up more and more as well. Range, chaos, poison damage, you name it, that Demon Hunter is dealing it, finishing off so many of those units. Mountain Giants, so much utility off of Tranquility, healing up so many of those things here, as the Demon Hunter now looking to finish things off. 22 supply compared to 73, and that is the GG. Good game right there. LiiLD.C hanging on for the victory, outlasting Hitman in a 40-minute marathon match. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys next time.